Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are gonna talk about China. Have you ever been to China? Are you interested in living there? Are you interested in visiting there? Well, I don't think you can visit China at this moment. I mean, even for me, as a Chinese citizen, I can't really go back to China now. I mean, technically I can go back to China, but I don't want to. Why? Because there is still mandatory quarantine in China. In mainland China, still 7 days hotel quarantine and 3 days home quarantine. Basically, still needs 10 days to quarantine myself. I don't want to waste 10 days just, staying in the hotel or not being able to going out. So, secondly, if I go back to China now, because there's not many flights to China, the ticket back to China from Australia is extremely expensive compared to pre-COVID. Round ticket is about 4,000 US dollars or 5,000 US dollars, which is so costly. I mean, before was just 400 to 800 US dollars. I mean, it's huge difference. So there's no way I'm gonna go back to China at this moment. So will just be waiting. I will just wait. I will just wait until the quarantine is lifted, until the tickets dropped. Oh, anyway, I talked a bit too much about the quarantine part. Whatever, if you're interested in visiting China later, then you must watch this. Number 1, do not do AA in China. In other words, do not go Dutch with your friends in China. I know it's very common in Western countries to split the bills with your friends, your colleagues, or even your family. But sorry guys, in China we don't do that at all, okay? We don't do that. It's not our culture at all. In China, we do in another way. We prefer taking turns to treat each other. For example, this time we go out to eat, I treat you. Then maybe next time you can treat me, There's no way we're gonna split the bill if you are my friend or if you are my colleague, because it's not our culture, It just sounds a bit weird and, too strange to do that. Having a good time with your friends, and after that you say, hey, waitress, bill. Then you say, hey friend, can we split the bill? I pay $50, you pay $50, how about that? I'm gonna transfer to your bank. Do not do that, okay? You don't want to ruin your relationship, okay? So remember, you either let your friends to treat you or you treat your friends. Next time you can treat them back or they can treat you back. This is our culture. I have been living overseas for 3 years, and comparing with Chinese culture, I have to say I still prefer the Chinese way when gathering with friends. It just feels more natural and easy to be around your friends when you are doing in Chinese way. That's just my personal opinions. And I totally fine with the culture here in Australia or other Western countries. Like most Western countries, they do like AA, go Dutch with the friends. Yeah, I'm fine with that. At the bottom of my heart, I still prefer the Chinese way. Number 2, don't rely too much on cash or bank cards. Sorry guys, in China, we don't use cash anymore. Just joking. We still use cash, but not common at all nowadays. Nowadays, we only use WeChat payment and Alipay. If you don't know these two applications, fine. As long as you get to China, you will know. And just in few days, you will be so familiar with using it. Basically, just online payment. You just use your phone with this application. You scan the QR code to pay. As far as I know, all my friends and family back in China, they do not use wallet anymore. Maybe they use to carry their ID cards and driver's license, but not really cash, I can just go out with my phone as long as I guarantee my phone is fully charged and I have a charger for my phone, I have a mobile charger, whatever, then I'm not afraid. I can go out for a few days without my wallet. Totally fine. You know what? It's super common and popular in China to pay with WeChat payment and Alipay. Just pay with your phone. Even those really old grandma, grandfather who were selling on the streets, those vendors, they are, accepting WeChat payment, Alipayment. They even have their little QR code you can scan to pay them. Can you imagine that? I just feel like it's so convenient and so advanced. Yeah, so if you are in China, you probably do not really need your cash, need your wallet, or even your credit cards, bank cards. All you need just your phones. But make sure your phone is charged and your phone is secure. No one's gonna steal your phone. Otherwise, you're gonna be in big trouble. Number 3, when you are having meals, you are gathering with your friends, eating together. Remember, do not be the first one to eat when the first dish just served. Do not, okay? It's considered to be impolite and rude if you start eating as soon as the first dish just served in China. For example, there is 5 of you in the table and the 5 dishes will be serving. They're coming first dish, second dish. Well, you may say, there must be someone to do it, right? Yes, of course. So it's sort of like if you and your friends start eating together and it's fine, all you need to do just pay attention. Or you can, if you are really hungry, you can say, hey guys, let's start eating. Don't wait anymore. It's fine. But if you don't ask anyone, you just start eating spontaneously, like you're really starving, then it's really a bad look. Don't get me wrong, it's just completely cultural difference. There's nothing like this one is better than the other one is supreme than this one. No, it's just different cultures. Especially if you are invited to someone's house to have dinner, do not start eating, okay? When the first dish just served, while the host is still busy cooking for you. That's considered really, really rude. Even though the host wouldn't say anything, but you probably wouldn't be invited again. Just joking. Number 3. Actually, I already said number 3. Okay, number 4. Do not play around with your chopsticks. Well, you will have to learn to use chopsticks to some point anyway. If you are living in China, do not place your chopsticks like straight up on the bowl. So do not place your chopsticks straight up like this on the bowl. Okay? No matter there is rice or soup or veggies or meats, just do not place like this. In China, it is considered to be extremely bad luck, extremely awful. Because there's a superstition that this is for the dead. This is for people who passed away. This is for the ancestors. This is for whoever just died long time ago, okay? Why? How come? Because this looks like incense, incense. If you go to temples, I'm not sure if you've ever been to temples. Yeah, you see some incense. It's just placed like this. It's for people, whoever up there or down here, so please do not do this during the meal or after you finish the meal. Do not do that. It's really unlucky to do that. Sorry, cultural difference. Because I remember when I was a kid, I didn't really know. I placed the chopsticks like this. And then my mom, my dad just started yelling at me like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Put them down. Oh, you don't know what I have been through. Number 5, do not hug or cheek kissing your friends or strangers in China. Well, if you are in a relationship, of course you can do that. No one cares. Or if you're really close friends, well, you can hug, it's fine. But what I mean is don't do this to your colleagues, to your friends, even some of your really intimate friends. Probably they wouldn't feel comfortable. Oh, again, cultural difference. I know in many Western countries, people like doing that. Some countries such as bonjour, ça va bien, et toi, enchanté. They like kissing the cheek when they meet, when they're saying goodbye. I totally get it. Yeah, actually, I think it's really welcoming, very good vibe to do that. But unfortunately, in China, we don't do that. You probably would be called pervert if you are doing this to your friend when you just met. Don't do that, okay? Because in China, we are not really good with body languages. We're not really good with body interaction. Just completely different culture, We don't do that. I know some Western parents, even when the kid is 15 years old, they still hug them and kiss them on the cheek. But I have to say, it's not that common in China. I remember when I grew up, actually, I never ever got kissed by my parents on the cheek. Never. I mean, anything happened before 5 years old, then I don't remember. But as far as I remember, I have never received a cheek kissing from my parents or even from my brothers. No. Yeah, we don't even do hugging that much either, This is a cultural difference. So there's more distance, more boundaries between the body language, between the body interaction. I can't really comment, is it better that way or the Western way? So if you come to China, you should watch out for that. Control yourself a little bit, okay? Don't just see someone then hug and start kissing the cheek. Do not do that, please. Unless the other person is totally fine with that, or the other person has been living overseas for a while, or the other person just so westernized, then it's fine. You can do that. Yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to tell you guys about the things you probably shouldn't do in China. Generally, China is a very beautiful country, definitely. And various options of delicious foods, from spicy to non-spicy, from sweet to sour. Oh my gosh. Now I'm really missing Chinese food, I'm drooling now because I haven't been back to China for more than 3 years. More than 3 years. Oh my gosh. The longest time in my life I haven't seen my parents, haven't seen my family and friends. So hopefully I can go back to China next year to visit. And if you are interested in visiting China, let's go. I know some of you guys heard the news about China this, American that, Taiwan that, Japan this, and Russia this, Ukraine, whatever. You know what? It's just politics. I don't want to talk about politics, and I do not care about politics. I just talk about China as a person who grew up there, who worked there, and see China in my own perspective. Everyone has different opinions, different perspectives about everything in this world. So you can't really argue, or you can't really try to fight with someone about this kind of thing. I mean, just try enjoying your life. I mean, why you waste so much time talking about politics, caring about politics, right? If you don't like something, do something about it. That's it. Yeah. China is a great country. I love my country. There's bad sides and good sides, but I'm sure every country has this. So if you like my video, you know what to do. You can give me a thumb up, or you can hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys. See you next time. Bye. And I hope you enjoy your trip in China.